Okay, so hello, and welcome back to Gumarie's Coins and Banknotes. And today we have some coins I brought off Narracan off eBay. So I do purchase a lot of my coins on eBay, and these are Swedish coins. So we have $1, which is a copper coin, and these are what we call silver mint. So they're just copper coins, but they're supposedly based on silver. But this is at the time period in which Sweden went through a lot of successive wars. So the Great Northern War, in which Sweden lost their king. So the monarch of the time passed away, and the age of liberty began because the monarch, who was Charles XII, became king in 1697, and when he was 15, it took a lot of dollars. Pretty much he went to war with Denmark, Sweden, Saxony, a whole lot of powerful countries, and they wanted to take away the territory they gained, not only him but the other monarchs as well. So these are all 4.5 grams, and they are classed as fiat currency, so tokens. And there is a set of, how many of them are there? They got the crown, you got the faith of the people, wits of the weapons, Jupiter, Saturn, Apollo, Mercury, agile and ready. And there is one called Hope, but that was a revaluation of these ones. This one is Mars. So it has Mars. This is probably taken from a Roman coin. Now what I can see is he has the Gallia, so the helmet. He has a tunic, and he probably has body armor. So that would be muscular armor, lorica musculata. I don't see any armor on the arms. He does have the leg. Okay, so this side, just pretty basic, doesn't tell us much about this coin. Has a crown. We have the reading, which is the counterfeits, and also clipping. These were invented to stop the coin from being clipped. On this side, we have the Gallia, so the helmet. We probably have body armor or lorica musculata. We have a tunic, I can see the tunic, and probably just has trousers, which is Barake. Oh, I can't even speak Latin anyway. It's a dead language. So this one is a fiat coin issued in 1918, and these were withdrawn from circulation and devalued. They were first devalued to half the price. So the $1 is equivalent to 1/6 of a Riksdaler, which is a silver coin. And then they were devalued to 1/12. And then they were devalued to 2 ore and then 1 ore. So pretty much to 1/80th of a Riksdaler. That's what I've read anyway. Okay, so the mintage for the Mars coins is only 300,000. And at the time, they were popular at first because they did fill a gap in the absence of silver, because of the Great Northern War, silver was being drained out of the Swedish economy, and also Sweden was the largest producer of copper, so that's why they could actually make these fiat. They just had plenty of copper, and as the war dragged on, inflation just increased. So but if you want to buy one of these, you'll be paying probably at least $40 or $50. Okay, then we have another coin. So this one is the agile and ready. So flink fardig. It has also a warrior in Roman regala. So this is not the military uniforms that they used at the time period. We have a lion in the background, 1918. So lions probably never existed in Sweden. It's just too far north and too cold. And once again, The side is milled. $1, and you can see that I'm going to say this is the reverse of the denomination. But down below we do have some weapons. We have a spear, a sword, looks like a cannon, another cannon, so 2 cross cannons, various swords, probably muskets there as well, but I can't recognise. Cornucopia, looks like a plant coming in at the top. We also have a clamshell, and this is a flower. And this one, I don't recognise any of these patterns. But the mintage of this coin is 736,800. So it's twice the number of this coin. But still, the value is pretty much the same, despite the mintage. And you're probably wondering why I have mintages in 1718. Well, you can get mintages for some coins, especially some Austrian states, up until 1600s, probably even the 1500s. And the last coin I have also has a stylus pattern. It looks like this is just plants and flowers, no weaponry. And we have a flower at the top. $1 again. And this one's the Saturn. So we have Saturn marching around holding a baby with a sickle. And the Saturn coin issued by Charles the 12th. And the mintage are also 300,000. So this one's actually in pretty good condition. I can see a lot of detail on the head. So I can see the eyes and the nose. So this is probably very fine condition, but it's in better condition than most coins I've seen for sale. So for a pretty poor coin, you'll be paying probably about $30 for one of these. This one's probably a lot deal higher than all of the other coins that are in lower grade. So nice coins for the time period. So look at the reading again. Now, as for what these can buy, I am reading, give you a reference in a minute, but in January 1719, the price of a barrel, it doesn't give the size of a barrel, but I'm saying it's probably at least 50 kilograms of wheat, went from $32 to $14. So 32 of these copper coins, and when they issued better coins in silver or had some silver content, they reduced the value. But I would say that what these could buy would have been always 32 coins per barrel, and it's only the new silver coins that they reduced the price for those coins. And then we have other prices as well. Okay, so for a barrel of rye went from 30 to 12. So it's less than half. So this is what inflation. So that's why fiat currencies, we're not going to go into inflation, but we do have them now. And it causes inflation because they have no intrinsic value. When you have a coin that has an intrinsic value, so these Hong Kong coins have a value in silver base, which is a market rate. So it doesn't matter what time period, these coins can always purchase a certain amount of goods or a certain weight in silver. But these ones, well, these vary. Although there is a base, a lot of birds. There is a base price you're going to pay for a certain amount of products. It's a lot lower than a silver coin. So that's why people like to collect silver, because in the long term, this always retains its inflation value. These ones do not. Okay, so nice series. You will be getting quite a few. So most of them are probably in this condition, as you can see, it's well worn. This coin and that coin are in better condition. I'd say these are probably close to $100 mark. But I just got these because I've always wanted to get some of these coins for my collection. Anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and let me know which of these coins you find the best. Thank you and goodbye.